Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another ZaffaVLOG episode. My name is Bosvark, if you didn't know that already. I am in South Korea, and I'm coming to you through the power of the internet and YouTube. Well, what do I talk about? Firstly, last week Friday, it was about 4 days ago, was the graduation ceremony at my school for the grade 6s in elementary school, so they're going to middle school. You know, they graduated and everything. And on Tuesday, I call her Miss Artist, she looked at me, she's like, "Oh teacher, look at me," and I looked at her, and she's like, "Oh," and she took her phone, and she's like, took a photo. And I'm like, okay, she took a photo. 40 minutes later, right? 40 minutes later, she walked up to me and she said, "Teacher, close your eyes." And I closed my eyes. And she's like, no, teacher, hands. And she's like, "Do your hands like this, hold your hands out like this." I'm like, okay, and I close my eyes and I hold out my hands and everything. And she's like, "Oh, teacher, count to 5. 5, 4, 3. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And I go 5, 4, 3. And she put something in my hand, a piece of paper, right? And I go 2, 1, I open my eyes, and hopefully, this is what she drew. She gave me this. Let me zoom out a bit. There we go. Don't know. Let me move in closer with it. And so that you can see what she drew, you know. She drew this in literally 40 minutes. Right? She drew this in 40 minutes. Off of a photo she took of me. And I'm like, lady, I'm not crying. It's been raining on my face, you know, and it's these kind of things that the children do that takes me back a couple of steps. I'm agog. I'm amazed at these kids, and it's the little things they do. On Wednesday we had our usual volleyball match thing. And I've fallen ill. So, a sort of a sinus attack or something. The one ear is blocked again. I went to the doctor on Saturday, and sitting there I met Mr. Philippines and his younger brother, and their father. I'm like, "Oh, Mr. Philippines, whoa, how are you?" And he's like, "Teacher, no, sick." And I'm like, okay. "Wow, me too." And he's like, "Yes, very cold, very bad." I'm like, "Yeah, it's real bad, you know, it's crappy that we're ill." And I looked at his brother and I'm like, "Hey," I'm not gonna mention his name. I'm like, let's call him Mini Philippines. I'm like, "Hey, Mini Philippines, how are you?" And he's busy reading a Korean comic book, reading. And he's a very shy kid in class and everything. I think mainly because of his older brother. The moment his older brother leaves, the kid will actually become his own unique person. I think he'll develop his own unique personality. And I'm like, "Oh, hi, how are you? Are you also sick?" And his father sitting next to him claps him over the head, hits him over the head, and is like, "Hi, I'm well, fine, thank you, and you?" And I looked at the father, I'm like, no, it's okay. And I point at the kid, I'm like, very shy, he is very shy. And that's a funny thing. The parents want their children to show off, through their children. They live vicariously through their kids. And I'm like, hey, chill. The kid is very shy. I mean, I don't mind if he just looks at me when I'm speaking to him in English, it's okay. And the kid did look at me, so I'm like, wow, he actually acknowledged that I'm speaking to him. But that's the weird thing here in Korea, that parents really try and show off with their kids. And that kind of gets to me sometimes, because here's this little kid, he's ill and everything, feeling under the weather and whatnot, and his father's like, hits him on the head, like, hey, greet the teacher. Come on, the poor kid is ill, leave him alone, you know, leave the poor kid alone. So that's basically what happened last week. Got this amazing drawing. Let me show it again. I'm so freaking proud of this. Got this amazing drawing, and I've fallen ill. Minecraft, in Minecraft news and Zaffageek news officially, we actually started eventually moving into space now. Those recordings will come out next week. I've gotten an beta access. I haven't actually started it yet, so I downloaded it, but I've got beta access to Heroes of the Storm. So you can expect a couple of videos there. This week, I probably, either in the next week and a half, I'll be finishing off with Wolfenstein: The New Order. And I'm busy working on getting a couple of friends together for a podcast, talking about geeky stuff and everything. We're going to have a test run sometime in the near future, just to see how that works. And I'm going to start playing D&D with my friends in South Africa through the Roll20.net system. So that could be interesting. If I get their permissions, I'll record it and upload that too. Just as like I'll upload the entire session in one go, like 4 hours worth of D&D session, just like, here's D&D, enjoy the 4 hours. And that's basically it. I've got 2 weeks of holiday starting today, and that's kind of getting to me because I had some plans, but I'm ill. I want to get better first before I do anything. So my plans have moved on like by a week, but that's okay. And what else? Think, brain, think. Haven't had my coffee, mainly because I'm on water. Yeah, so that's basically it. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe and all that jazz. And until next time, you should have a good one.